Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. Yeah, it's been raining outside. There's little isolated areas of ice, but all the snow is gone. It's not chilly. So, thumbs up for that. I've had the window open. I've had both box fans on. I only had my t-shirt on. I've put all this on to become more presentable for the camera. But it's been warm, so I have been doing my best to try and keep things cooled off. One of the things, again, I like to do is keep a fan actually on my computer. I have the lighting, the RGB lighting on it set so that it monitors the temp. Which is, you know, all the hardware and software monitors the temps anyway. It's just that it can link the lighting to the temps. If the lighting is green, that means it's below 40 centigrade. It's between 40 and like 50 or whatever. I'm not sure what the numbers are. But if it's between there, then it blinks, well, turns yellow lighting. And if it goes into the hot part, it turns red. Well, I don't even like to see it yellow, though I imagine I have to keep looking over there to see if I'm centered. I imagine it's fine and could probably safely go probably pretty far into the red. And it won't allow itself to get damaged because I'm quite positive it'll shut itself. Ooh, that was a nice hiss. That it shuts itself down if it starts to get bad. So, just paranoia on my part. But I hope you are doing well. And I got awful feelings up here in my sinuses, so if I'm constantly sniffing or moving my face, it's because it doesn't feel good back inside here. Even though it's cold, we have lots of pollen still and junk, and I'm allergic to leaf mold, and it's wet. So, joy on that. I have written some stuff down, and I wanted to talk about these because when I was recording the Disco Elysium video yesterday, I had no ideas that it was actually as funny as it is. Now, parts of it are just, for me, they're a swing and a miss, but at least they tried. But other parts of it are just absolutely hysterical. And the ones that I've laughed at the loudest were probably the parts that were so dry. Just dry humor. It's just beautiful. I've been laughing all the way through it, even through the awful parts. And somebody in comments said there's so many different ways you can do all this stuff. They've watched people who just leaned into being the worst person possible. And here I'm trying to push through it and actually be a detective. And the thing is, I'm also kind of role-playing myself because I was an active alcoholic for so long. I should have died from my alcoholism. I am lucky and just amazed that I'm alive. Any life I have past the year 2000 has just been a gravy, a gift, because I should have kicked off because of my alcoholism, and I didn't. So I am very, very grateful for all the time that I have. But so much of that I understand. Going to work with the horrible hangover. Trying to do what you're supposed to do, even though you can't really think because of the hangover. And yeah, your mouth's tasting like an ashtray if you're a smoker. Otherwise, if you're not, put your appropriate nasty taste, checking my centering there, appropriate nasty taste in your mouth. So I'm playing it like I was me, and that I'm trying to do stuff even though this is obviously end stage for the fellow. So it's been fun. It is absolutely hysterical. I've got some pointers saying go back and like do this quest and such like that. So definitely a thumbs up. I'm going to be recording more of that today, as well as continuing to record other things as well. Now, I keep looking up there, which makes me think I watch a couple other people where it kind of drives me nuts, but all the time that they're talking, they will go like this and then back over. Just a quick like that. And it's like, you're not reading something that's over there. So why are you looking off to the side? Especially since they're doing it like they'll be talking like, and then 10 seconds later they'll look like that over, and then they'll be talking, and then they'll look off to the side. And these aren't people that just have, nervous tics or physical issues. Because especially in the case of this one person, there are times she won't do it at all. But when I've noticed myself, my eyes going like that, as I look over there to check to make sure I'm centered, I wonder if they're just obsessively checking to make sure that they're not out of camera or making sure they're centered. That could be. Thumbs up. But what else do I have here? This was part of a tweet, but it's true. I laugh at myself every time. Because taking a shower takes up time. And when I need to take a shower, generally it's, I'll do it, but I'm not rushing to get it done. But then when I'm in the shower, well, then it's different. There's no longer reluctance to get into the shower. It's like you just want to stay in there. And somebody had written it as like, now I don't want to leave because now I understand the dry world is the bad place. And it's true. When I'm in the shower, it's just, that hot water, well, not hot, warm. If I just put it on hot, number one, I'd be very uncomfortable because while it isn't burn yourself hot, it can get far more hot than you're comfortable with. You're just not going to get burned. So it's not that. It's comfortably warm. But if I did that, the water would run out quickly. One of the things I have to do, looking up like that again, one of the things I have to do when I'm taking a shower is actually turn the water off entirely while I wash the main parts of my body, because otherwise it'll run out. We only have half-size water heaters in these studio apartments. So it runs out fast. Yeah, itchy nose. But yes, the dry world is the bad place. The wet world is the good place. Can't stay in there forever, though. Especially here, because even turning off the water while I soap up and wash and all that, and then turn it back on to rinse and then do my hair and all that, I still, toward the end, frequently have to turn off the water because I don't want it just turning cold on me. So joy on that. But hey, once again, I'm not paying for electricity. I'm not paying for water and sewage and all that. I am being helped out by... There's a lot of people being allowed outside. I'm being helped out by programs here that even if federal funding vanished, because the workers in there were going like, what are we going to do with our jobs? Is this going to affect all our jobs? All this nightmarish stuff happening in the U.S. right now. And apparently, even if the federal funding dried up, there is enough outside charity donations that's keeping the place going that we would be okay. And so with the workers, so we'd still be okay that way as well. So good. Definitely a thumbs up on that. But yeah, it is absolute chaos. The government in the United States is not good. They went through and just randomly fired a whole bunch of nuclear people. And then realized they had fired all the people that are in charge of maintaining our nuclear weapons, and then had to hurriedly try to hire most of them back. We have people who don't understand what government is running our government, and it is going to radically reshape the face of the United States, and not in a good way. It had already, this country's been going in a bad way for quite a while. This is going to just be so much worse. Yay on that. Oh, life. I have no power. I have no abilities. I can't change anything. Once again, there's a plastic spoon ground up in microplastics inside of my brain and your brain too. And there's not a thing we can do about this. Yay. Let's see what else I have written down. Oh yes. While my mouse that I got with this, if I can get it up where you can see, can change and pulse different colors because of the RGB stuff in it. That is so ridiculous. So far, the only thing I've found for the keyboard is it glows red. I don't know if there's a switch or something somewhere, but it just goes red while the other one pulses. So I don't need RGB lighting on anything. I don't care about the aesthetics. All I ask for is that it works. I understand that some people do, but for me, it doesn't need to glow. The mouse certainly doesn't need to glow. Down there, it's blinking from green to yellow right now, and the fan is on, so that's good. Where was I? I was talking about what I need on aesthetics. Oh yeah, my computer I don't need the RGB lighting on the fans or the RAM sticks, but they're there. Part of the thing. I only ask that things work. That's the way I've dressed for success my whole life as well. I rarely care about aesthetics. I have dressed for comfort, and then I have tried to make it look good past that if I have been able to make the effort. So, yay. It's all part of the neurodiverse person that I am. Let's see. Oh yeah, the main reason though that I need a new keyboard, the one that's red right now, for whatever reason, the shape of these keys, even now, I still cannot type properly on it. I can type 104 words a minute. Now that's 104 words per minute adjusted, typing higher, but enough errors to bring it down to 104. But I can type that well and that quickly. And I use this finger here and this finger here, and I type like this. 104 words a minute. And again, adjusted, that's 104 words a minute, no errors. But with this thing, I can barely type words like world without hitting all sorts of keys. They've got a certain shape, well shape on the face of the keys that I am just getting caught on every time I type anything at all. It's driving me absolutely nuts. Plus, I like mechanical keyboards with the cherry. Oh, I've even forgotten that word. I hate having ADHD and being a human being. But it's the cherry little clicker thing. It's the mechanical part. Switches. And they're nice. They click and they work and they're awesome. I love mechanical keyboards. There's all sorts of keyboard mechanical types. I just happen to like the cherry switches. Just because of the sound and the feel. And I really like those as stated. But these are membrane types. I think this one's actually a hybrid. So it's kind of a mechanical key that presses into the membrane instead of just key on membrane. that whole membrane thing. I don't like squish, squish, squish when I'm pressing on keys. I like click or bang. Some sort of solid mechanical, hey, I got your thing, instead of squish, squish, squish. All aesthetics, all personal. The sort of thing that just bugs me but doesn't bug other people. Now, am I going to do something like that? If I can save up, maybe. Mechanical keyboards are expensive, even the cheap ones. And right now, I can't really justify spending like $100 on a keyboard. Especially since I don't know if next month there's going to be a Veterans Administration. Because they're trying to get rid of the Veterans Administration. I don't know if there's going to be Social Security or disability. They're trying to get rid of both. So I don't know. Stability is wonderful, isn't it? What else do I have on here? Oh, yes. There is a fellow, I watch his videos, called Roanoke, Roanoke. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it. That's the way I pronounce it. He does biology breakdowns on monsters in horror movies and horror games. And one of the things that is funny, but it's funny because it's a weird fixation, but it's a weird fixation, so it's funny, and he's leaning into it because, find something funny and keep doing it, and the joke can get funnier. He does not like anglerfish, or at least for the purposes of this, does not like anglerfish, and makes no effort to not let you know it, even in the middle of doing other things. There's a movie that he was talking about where the monsters are like insectile humanoid things, and he was talking about, oh, and they're ugly here, but these aren't the ugliest thing, because you know what's really ugly? The deep sea anglerfish. Then he went to that, and then jumped back and went into the rest of the movie, and never talked about this part again. Just a random insert about his hatred of the anglerfish. It's funny. I like the way he does that. But it reminded me, because he was talking about poison and venom. Because remember, poison is something that you drink. You have, or eat. You have to ingest it. And that is a poison. Venom is injected into you. But remember, just because it's injected into you, if it's not, venom can still be poisonous. And poison, if it's injected, can be venomous while still being poison. And of course, venom can still be poisonous while still just being venom. That's a fun part of both language and reality. But what else do I have on here? Anything at all? The only last thing I'm going to talk about, because it just amuses me, is I've been watching a fair number of Let's Plays on Portal 2 again. I played it when it first came out, and not exactly first came out, because I could have gotten it on PC, but I bought it for the PlayStation 3, to be honest. And then, of course, that's when Gabe Newell just pulled all support for it. They released it and then had no support for the PlayStation 3 after that, for the pettiest of reasons. But life is life. But I've played it then, I've played it periodically, and it's a good game. But watching it is entertaining as well, because, again, watching how people react to stuff. And this one person, how she was reacting to GLaDOS all the way through it. Very, very funny. Which, again, reminded me, they wrote the character of GLaDOS so well. Oh my God. She is so mean in such a fun way. And by fun, I mean fun if you're not the target of it, which is the main character you are, but you can still separate yourself from the main character and just listen to the horrible things that GLaDOS says. Just, she is a monster. I'm laughing out loud again at some of the things that she says. Just terrible. They did such beautiful writing. Just absolutely beautiful. And then the ending song, the last person that I watched actually was crying during the last song of the Portal 2. And I don't blame her. I get teared up on both of the songs for both games, Portal 1 and Portal 2. Thumbs up for that. But that's actually all the things I've got written down. So, call to action time. If you could like, comment, share, subscribe, that would be very, very cool. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Making sure to share, of course, only with people you think would like watching an old man yammer on incomprehensibly about largely inane subjects, not objects. Mostly incomprehensible and inane because of the incomprehensible and inane fashion in which they are presented. Thumbs up, thank you. And remember, no matter how boring and awful I am, I also do gaming content. That still makes me laugh because of the self-deprecating humor, because I have had low self-esteem my entire life and still derive humor out of beating myself up. And all of my Patreon patrons, you too are beautiful and awesome people. When you look in the mirror, yes indeed, you're looking at someone who is beautiful and awesome, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Thumbs up and thank you. You help me out immensely. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. For everybody that leaves me a comment, you too are beautiful and awesome. In your own ways. Oh, my voice does not sound any different at all, does it, after coughing? I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up and heart each comment that YouTube allows, and I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me, which isn't as many as I would like, but it's more than none. So that's a plus. Well, son of a gun, I'm going to edit, render, upload. It is 1 o'clock. So I am running late today and salivating like crazy. If I had like saliva accumulating at the corners of my mouth, I have sincere apologies for that. But I'm going to take care of myself. I have been playing Bloodshed today again. They have added new things and achievements, and it's good. It's a good game. It's hard. I'm in a boss fight right now that I have so far not been able to get past. The very first one. So goody on that. But hopefully you're going to take care of yourself and do the things that you would like to do. And the things that you would just do. You don't have to do things. You can just take the day off. Doesn't even matter if you're watching this on the day I post it. Any day at all. You can just relax. Take care of yourself. It's a good thing. Past that, oh, itchy, itchy. Oh my. My sincere apologies. I am going to take care of myself. I'm going to eat some food. I've already eaten food, but it's garbage. Hopefully I'm going to eat less garbage. I need to lose weight after all. I keep successfully fighting off the claws of Ms. Hanornexia and her claws digging in. But of course, if I do that and I fight off all that, that just means I eat enough to keep my weight stable at the very minimum. So goody. Anyway, though, hopefully you're going to get done the things that you would like to get done. And if not, please do not beat yourself up. It won't help you get it done better next time, and you deserve better. So, until we meet again, W. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing. Because I don't know. Oh, no, you can't see it. I got wall projection here. And it's not just a little bit. It's like 4 feet that separates the water heater and whatever I have, the shelf space over there, from the rest of the room area out here. So it's a serious wall to bonk up against. And I've actually used it to catch myself when vertigo, and I, not crazy vertigo as in dizzy, fell. And if it hadn't been for the wall, me being able to grab it, I would have been on the floor. So thumbs up. Anyway, I gotta reach over and turn this whole thing off. So you take care. No words of wisdom from me. I don't have any. Head empty. No thoughts.